Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with The Family Empire Season 1 Episode 8, the finale. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we're going to get into it. So, they're still in Jermisha's presentation, and Jermisha wants to know how Granny is feeling about everything. She then brings out part 2, which is a little field trip to the land so they can kind of visualize it, okay? They need to actually see the vision. Once they get out there, Granny is like, it's a good idea, but where is money coming from? That's what I want to know. So then Cheryl tells them that in 5 years, that's not how they do it. That's too long of a time. She wants to build all the homes at once. She's like, the OGs, they don't wait. They'll just build all 28 homes. So then Nicole comes in clutch and she's like, wait a minute. I think y'all getting confused. So she's telling them, we can build all the homes in about like 2.5 years, but the return is going to take about 5 years. And I'm happy that Nicole got on board because I feel like Jermisha needed some backup. She was doing well, but at the same time, I feel like they don't really just listen like they should. I don't know. I have my theories, but child, I'm going to keep that to myself. Moving forward. So then the developer told her that it's going to be about $2 million to build all the homes all at once, but they do it in phases so that the banks will be the ones paying for it. Okay, it's not coming out of your pocket, it's coming out of the bank's pocket. Now, this is an $8 million project. So, of course, you're not going to just shell out $8 million. I mean, if you got it like that, then I guess. But you want to leverage the money from the bank instead of using your own money right away. So then Nicole is telling them, she can see the area thriving. Bringing the beautification to Homestead is what the community needs because the medical center is already coming that way and they want to jump on board. They see the vision and they know what can be done. I'm just hoping that they all know that it's going to be some work. Okay, this is not going to be an easy feat. It's going to be some work. Jermisha is telling Granny that the G2s have their own vision and they see more than just buying and selling. They really want to make sure that generations to come are going to be able to eat off this land. Now, she wants to know if it's something that Granny is willing to do. So then Granny says, yeah, I'm willing. All right, baby, it's time to start building. Congratulations, Jermisha, honey. You did not let up and your hard work did not go in vain. Because I just went by there and Granny, I'ma just need to know when we going to get to building. Okay, because my grandma lived right off Homestead. Just went over there a few days ago. So I'm just trying to figure out when we're going to get to building. I don't know when this was filmed, but I cannot wait to see how it all comes together. Now, I hope it definitely materializes and the people of the community take care of it. Because if it's one thing they're going to do is tear up some stuff. So make sure you have excellent systems in place, a great property manager, and a stellar line of communication. Because I feel like when people know you take pride in your product, they take pride in it. Don't be just letting any old body in, okay? You got to make sure you have some strict guidelines, honey, because, baby, when you let any old body in, the community start looking like any old body. I'm just telling you. Now, it took a village to convince Granny. Let's just hope that she don't go to bed and sleep on it and switch up. Granny, now, we got you on camera. No take backs. Okay? No take backs. Moving forward. I really did love this scene. I did. I actually loved this show. Now, y'all know how I am. Once I get on a show and I try to convince everybody to watch it because I really, really like it. And then the next season comes out and then it's popping. Then here come everybody. But I told y'all. So I really feel like this is one of those shows. I really like this scene. It's going to be wealth for the G1s, the G2s, the 3s, and the 4s if y'all play it right. So let's just see. In the next scene, Nicole is just not making it home. She's on some phone calls. She's throwing a huge event for them to break into the luxury market. So Larry is there playing pool and he's there with his daddy. Her daughter is in her only child bag. Okay, because you know how those only children do. And Larry brings up her being an only child, and that's the reason why she behaves the way that she does. So Nicole is saying, yeah, that's why she needs a sibling. Larry and his daddy feel like it just won't work. It ain't gonna work. Okay, she ain't gonna want the child to be in her space, getting all her love from her mama and daddy. It's not gonna work. Nicole told them, okay, so we have to make her feel comfortable with it. We can't just go with what she says. She's 7. Larry is saying that if she doesn't want to do it, then it can't be done. And Nicole was like, I disagree. Like, we have to talk to her about it. She thinks that Layden will be on board because she's always saying that she's lonely. And not them panning over to her having a meal by herself at that counter. I said, who is on this production team? They talking about her feeling lonely, and then all of a sudden they pan over to poor Layden, baby. She just sitting there eating a little snack. I said, baby, y'all working overtime. Do you hear me? Nicole doesn't agree. And like she said, she's 7 years old. It's their job to help her understand. Now, she was asking for the dad's input or whatever. Like, what do you think? And he was saying that he feels like they're waiting too long for them to bring in another child because she's already 7. My sister is 10 years younger than me. It is okay. She's not that much older. And if anything, because they said they didn't want to adopt a baby, they could adopt someone closer in age to her. Yes, she's been the only child for so long, but it just takes an adjustment period. Really and truly, I think Larry is using it as a cop-out. He don't want to adopt, and he's happy that Layden is like, no, I don't want to do it. His daddy is the same white child. They don't want the baby, and that's just the bottom line. But Cole, I agree with you. It's y'all's job to help her understand what it's all about. She doesn't know what she doesn't know. She's still a baby. So if you explain it to her and explain to her, you know, that this child needs some love too, they don't have a family and things like that, maybe she can see things differently. But like I said, I feel like Larry is banking on the fact that she does not want a sibling, so he doesn't have to do it. And Charlie might be trying to plan his escape, baby. He ain't fooling me. In the next scene, Karamell and Keisha, they've closed on their home. And so Aunt Jackie came over to bring a little housewarming gift and, you know, just catch up and see how Keisha's doing. Keisha said that Aunt Jackie is like a second mother to her. And I don't care what people say. Aunt Jackie bringing her in was needed. They were never going to invite her into the fold, ever. And she loves Keisha. What's wrong with her getting her love? Now, as I was watching this, I do feel bad seeing how excited they are about this house, knowing that Hurricane Beryl came through and devastated everybody. Now, I don't know if you have seen it, but right after Beryl barreled through Houston, a lot of people's homes were destroyed. And Keisha and Karamell, their home was destroyed as well. And I mean, it was some damage that was done. Luckily, the children weren't there, but I know that they are probably still rebuilding. And just looking at them, they're so happy, moving stuff around. It looks so bright and happy in there. You could tell the energy is good. And then all of a sudden, here come Hurricane Beryl. That's the only thing that I cannot stand about Houston. As soon as you get settled, here come a hurricane. And then it's like we get impromptu hurricanes. You don't even get a chance to get yourself together. Like, they do give you a warning. You know, you got to be watching the news. I really hate the news, so that's really not my zhuzh. But, you know, you have to make sure that you're aware of what's going on, especially during hurricane season. I always have your water prepared, your lights, your this, your that. But you know what it can never prepare you for is if it blows the roof off this sucker. Okay? Let me tell you something. They said that was a hurricane and it was a category 2. If we ever have another hurricane and it's a 3 or a 4, I am getting out of Dodge. I'm not staying here. It's no amount of candles, no amount of generators, no amount of water. I am not staying here. That was the scariest thing ever. That rain and that wind, that was so scary. So for me, baby, I'm gonna get out of Dodge. But I feel bad because I'm looking at this house and it was a beautiful home. And now here we are, you know, today's date. But like I said, that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. But you can tell that Aunt Jackie really just wanted Keisha to be included. She meant well. I don't think she went to go get her so she could be messy and make Joy feel away. She really wanted to include this baby. So they started talking about the other day. Aunt Jackie said that it never came out the way that it did at that crawfish boil. And I can tell the way that you exploded, I can tell that you've been holding that in. And she said it should have been handled a while ago. And I agree. This should never have happened when these cameras rolled. Y'all should have been talking about this. Over on the other side of Houston, Monet is at home and Miss Joy comes over. She's telling her about the fact that, you know, Granny liked the pitch, but everybody was just acting like nothing happened at that crawfish broil. So she said she still feel a way about Quita saying that she was a baby. She felt that Monet was talking crazy to her mom and being disrespectful, but she doesn't feel like she was being disrespectful. Well, girl, you were. Okay, you were being disrespectful. You were saying really disrespectful things. Now, of course, Miss Joy, she don't think she was being disrespectful. Well, I mean, you wouldn't. Well, they really just need to focus on their own lives because it's more detailed than ours. It doesn't matter if it has a whole lot of detail. What matters is everybody needs to remain respectful to each other's parents. That's just the bottom line. We got to remain respectful to each other. So then Monet asked Miss Joy, well, how does Bubba feel about the blow up? Now, I wonder why they call that man Bubba and not Daddy. Okay, if everything is everything, y'all grew up and so differently than Keisha, why y'all all calling him Bubba? Because I don't call my daddy by his first name, his nickname, none of that. I call him Daddy. So I was just wondering, like, why do y'all call him Bubba? But anyway, Joy said that he felt good until he got cussed out, and no child should ever speak to a parent like that. She was like, it made me look at Keisha in a different way. Ma'am, please. You've been looking down on that woman since she was a young girl, allegedly. She is grown at this point. He was talking reckless about her. He was talking about her like she was some woman off the street. So that's how she presented herself, like a woman off the street. I bet you always turned your nose up at her. So please stop. I would have got him too. I'm sorry, not sorry, honey, but I would have went off on him. Now, I always respect my elders. Yes, I do. But he did not respect her in that moment, making her feel so unwanted like that. Like, no, he was met with the same energy. So Monet is telling her, maybe she just feels like she was a mistake. So Miss Joy said, well, her mama chose to have a baby with a man in a relationship because me and him, we was living together and I was pregnant. Okay, ma'am. So that's on your man, not Keisha. She did not ask to be here. She said it was Keisha's mom and Bubba that put her in the situation, not her. All of y'all put her in that situation. You, by not wanting him to have anything to do with that child, because I know you probably gave him an ultimatum. It's either her, them, or me. And he chose you for whatever reason. But the bottom line is every last one of you play a part. But the biggest culprit is that daddy. Okay, it just is. Monet said when Keisha came around, her mom had to be reminded of all of that hurt. And I get it. But I already knew that. That's why she didn't want her around, because it's a constant reminder of how you played in my face. Okay, so I definitely understand. I'm not saying her feelings are not valid, but Keisha did not ask to be put in that position. So she shouldn't be punished because a group of adults cannot regulate their emotions. Like, no. And back at Keisha's house, they're still talking about it. And Keisha asked her, she said, okay, let me ask you a question on Jackie. Between 0 and 7, did y'all ever talk to my mama? Like, what was it? So Aunt Jackie said after they found out about her, they called her mom and asked if she could come around. And her mama said yes. She said, I just really wanted to meet you. Aunt Charlotte wanted to meet you like we all did. Like, we just wanted to love on you just like we did everybody else. Back over here with Miss Joy. She said Aunt Cheryl called her and told her, okay, we're going to stop going to get Keisha, but we will not stop celebrating her birthdays. And she told him, that's y'all money. If y'all want to celebrate her birthday, then go right ahead and celebrate her birthday. He chose to marry me. Now, she said when he chose to marry her, some kids don't like that. Ma'am, please stop acting like Keisha is the bad guy. Please stop doing that. Congratulations on being chose. Okay, because it's giving very much pick me at this big grown age. And what did you get? What did you get? Not much of a prize. You bringing that up and acting like it's the reason that Keisha was upset? No, ma'am. She is upset because her daddy was trying to ignore his indiscretions like they never happened. Let's be very for real. That is not the reason why she was upset because the two of you got married. Who's to say that her mama didn't want him? I just don't understand why you have this disposition. Him not being an involved parent and trying to keep the peace when he's the one that disrupted the peace, that ain't no man that I would be bragging about. And it definitely ain't no man that I would want. And we don't know, like I said, if Keisha's mama could have surrendered and been like, you know what? You go that way. Because you are a headache and you over there with this, you over here with me. So you could just have her. And he stayed over there because you were willing to put up with it. They always go to the one that's willing to put up with the mess. Let's be very for real. Moving forward. So she admitted, she said, no, I was not cooperative, but I just wanted to get a blood test. And I shut down after I'm disrespected. Back over here with Aunt Jackie, she's trying to convince Keisha to talk to her daddy. I would not. Sorry. He don't even care about her. So why would I be running up in his face for a conversation? The way that man dismissed her feelings and acted like she wasn't a part of them, I would not speak to him. But that's just me. Back with Monet and Miss Joy, she's asking, well, how is it that we can just put this behind us, mama? How can we do that? She said, y'all can do what y'all want to do, but Keisha was blessed to even be born into this family. Wow. That was a low down thing to say. And exactly what privilege has she gotten being born into this family. And I guess we could say the same about you. You were blessed to be married into this family, huh? You probably saw dollar signs because you know his mama had a little piece of land. What exactly is she getting by being a Braden? Exactly what? And you probably made her feel so low coming around y'all. That's why she has always felt the way that she feels. And why would you even say that? She said, I just think Keisha needs to put it behind her. Who are you to say what somebody puts behind them? You haven't even let the hurt and resentment go. So why should she? So then she goes on talking about, can't nobody steal my joy, even though that's my name. It's Joy. Baby, if this is joy, I don't want it. You ain't had joy since you met that man. It's giving misery. She said, I sleep very well at night. And child, probably standing up. Child, that's just messy. Baby, it's giving fake it till you make it. Do you hear me? In the next scene, Jermisha is at the office and Jaquita comes in. She's telling Jaquita that they secured that $4 million listing, so they want to use it for their launch. So they got to stage it, make sure everything is, you know, top tier, but it's on really short notice. But they always come through, so she's sure that they can do it again this time. So Jermisha is talking about how much, you know, she has going on, but she wants to hear about what Jaquita has going on because, you know, she felt like she was kind of dumping a little bit. So, girl, what you got going on? Quita says she holds everything in, but she showed Jermisha a house, right? It's $600,000, but she does not want to set unrealistic goals when all of their ducks are not in a row. And it sounds like to me that Jaquita doesn't want to move until Chris shows that he's able to bear the load if she cannot help. Baby, she's still down to the pharmacy. When the houses are not housing, she is down to that pharmacy and she's working 2 jobs. Ain't no damn way that she should be working 2 jobs. Chris, get out them hoodies and get in the field because Jaquita is not happy. You are too lackadaisical. Like, why aren't you working? Why aren't you? What is it that's going to get your motor running, honey? This is not going to work because I don't want to go window shopping for no $600,000 house that I know that I cannot get. That's the quickest way to piss me off. Now, I do that now to manifest, but I ain't got no man. But you best believe if I had a man, me and him are not going to any open houses if I know that he cannot afford said open house. Sure. In the next scene, they're at the staging, and baby Nicole is wearing that T-shirt. I said, oh, okay, girl. She got on that T-shirt that man gave her. I guess she has no choice, honey, because it's a $4 million listing, honey. She gonna wear the socks, the T-shirts, the hats, whatever he got. Whatever kind of merch you got, she gonna put it on. I'll be wearing it just as much as Chris wear that hoodie, okay? So then Chris arrives to the photo shoot. Bum, 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 bum. It's a photo shoot. So he comes on down to the photo shoot, and Nicole and Jermisha, they're super excited. Okay, they've staged the place. They're excited about the pictures. Nicole is giving him her vision, and she's telling him, you know, we really want a wow type of video. This cannot be anything ordinary. It needs to be extraordinary. He's like, well, the house gonna sell itself. Okay, so his lack of enthusiasm would piss me off. Because if it's one thing about me, if I'm hype and excited about something and somebody's energy is not there, then it takes away my energy and makes me upset. I don't like that. Chris is saying that he's bored shooting real estate over and over, and he'd rather be shooting something more meaningful like storytelling or documentaries. But this right here provides security for Jaquita. But what are you doing to get there, Chris? The way that you've shown up on here, that's going to make others think that you lack work ethic. Like, you never know who's watching. And this show could have opened a door for you. But with you on every single set and every single scene being like, I don't want to do that. I don't like doing that. I don't really like it here. Nobody's going to want to work with you. Nicole said in the confessional at the rodeo roundup, he was ready to work. And now he's back to apathetic Chris. And he needs to get out of that. Jermisha is worried about everybody being in the same place because emotions are still high, and the first time that they're going to be seeing each other is at the luxury grand opening. Now, I don't know if I would have involved everybody, but I'm sure that they're going to behave because Granny is going to be there. So I don't think they're going to act a fool. Moving forward. In the next scene, it's the day of the launch. The luxury launch is going down today. The setup is beautiful. Everything is staged so nicely. They did an awesome job. Chris, honey, I hate to be so on you this episode, baby, but you need to match Jaquita's fly. All of the ladies looked beautiful. Everybody was giving, you know, a black tie affair. Everybody was looking good. Everybody's arriving. People are looking and laughing. Ha, 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 ha. Here's my business card. You know how they like to do, child. So everything's going on. I have to say that I love this dress that Jermisha is wearing. It was so pretty. The house was already beautiful, but the staging made it even better. Granny and Nikki, they arrive. Hey, y'all. Nicole is showing Miss Oscarine around. And, baby, she said, I wouldn't even be able to sleep in here. She said, why? Now, at first, I thought she was going to say because it's too big and it's just me. Granny said, after spending that kind of money, I wouldn't be able to sleep. Baby, that's the generation, honey. This generation spends. They make it in your size when you got the coins, okay? Whether they get it, it doesn't matter how they get it. By hook or by crook or by PPP, they gonna get it. Baby, gonna end up in jail. Baby, they buying houses and cars with fake money, honey. Shout out to Nene Leaks. Listen, these people gonna spend their money. But my grandmother would say the exact same thing. Just get you a little bitty house. You don't need all that. Just a little bitty house and just a little piece of land. That's just their generation. So I knew she was gonna say something like that. Over on the other side of the room, Jaquita pulls Monet to the side so they can talk. I mean, basically, Monet was giving Miss Joy in her younger years. They just going along to get along. She does not feel like she did anything wrong. She felt like she was protecting her mama. Jaquita felt like her tone was wrong and she was being disrespectful. They accomplished absolutely nothing besides we are family. So we gonna stick together. Okay, I'm gonna stick beside her because we got the same last name and whatnot. So then Keisha ended up arriving. And baby, Keisha dressed like she just got off work. Ma'am. Oh, Keisha. Girl, you ain't have a cute little black dress. I guess Keisha said, I'm going to come as I am, honey. Y'all ain't finna play in my face. So Jamisha is asking how everybody thought about the pitch. What did they think? They're all super proud that Miss Oscarine agreed, and it's in honor of Pawpaw. And they're just so ecstatic that they're going to get the ball rolling on this project. So then Keisha, Monet, and Nicole, they go in to talk. So Nicole is asking how Keisha is doing. She's like, I'm doing good. Nicole told her, listen, girl, you're our sister. Because you're my sister. You're my sister. No matter what's going on. Not half sister, not this, not that. My whole sister. You are our sister. And that's just that on that. So then Monet says, I mean, I know we were raised differently. Why do y'all keep saying that? And what does that mean? What was so different about the raising besides that man being in the house? Every time they say that, it just makes me think, you know, we were raised with two parents and our parents had this and had that and you didn't have much. We were raised differently. What does that mean? I would ask them to please stop saying that. Before you start speaking to me, please stop saying we were raised differently. I don't want to hear that, baby. I don't give a damn. I feel like Keisha will never fully get the sister experience as long as Joy has anything to do with it. And truth be told, I don't think Monet really wants to be bothered with Keisha either. Now, it was nice to play nice because she's following Nicole's lead. If anything, I feel like, okay, maybe the two of them could work something out, Nicole and Keisha. But as far as all three of them, Monet is team mama. Okay, and it was proven in that scene where Joy said that she's lucky to even be born into this family. Baby, you gotta have some nerve. Lucky to be born. See, this is why I don't like to go around certain family members. Oh, child, baby, this show can be triggering. Do you hear me? So Keisha's in a confessional and she said what she hopes to get from her relationship with her sisters is to fix their relationship because they're sisters and nobody can change that. Girl, good luck. After the little talk, Miss Joy and Uncle Bubba, baby, Uncle Bubba got on this good funeral suit. I say, baby, look at this good funeral suit. That man got on his suit, honey. I know that's right. The family took a picture, and Keisha was happy that she was not included. She was like, y'all can leave me out, baby. I don't care. Joy being nasty, talking about, I just want a picture with just you and Nicole. Because Monet was like, well, you want to get one with Keisha? She was like, no, just you and Nicole. Baby, you're not hurting nobody. Don't threaten her with a good time. She does not care. You are not hurting anybody but your daughters with this unnecessary strife because you decided to stay. That's on you. I know you probably feel bad because you feel like you made the wrong choice. But at the end of the day, the lady is here and she ain't going nowhere. Been here for 40 plus years. It's not going to change. Keisha said, I'm not sorry for existing. I'm not. And you shouldn't be. But I would definitely give them a high and bye, honey. I don't even know if I would give them a high. If I was in this situation and I was in this environment, I would not stay. I would say, well, I just came to just show my face, baby, because we love to say that in the South. I just came to just show my face and let y'all know I'm supporting y'all. I got to get back. Karamell's calling. Try, please. I wish I would. Moving forward. Everybody's mixing and mingling and talking and, you know, just enjoying the party. Nicole is chasing Chris down to keep him motivated. She's talking to him for a little bit in the car. Then she wants to hug it out. He's like, "Is something weird is going on?" But Nicole always wants to hug me. And I just really prefer a handshake. Yeah, child, she ain't getting no hugs from Larry. So you gonna get these hugs. You gonna get these hugs today. Oh, child, you gonna get these hugs, child. So Jamisha gets up to speak her speech because like everything's coming to a close. She's thanking them for coming. She said it feels good to see their hard work come to fruition. She also, of course, she thanked Granny for everything, for helping them get their real estate license, just for being there for them. After getting her approval, she's like, "I know all eyes are going to be on me because to whom much is given, much is expected." So I'm going to have to do some much, okay? A whole lot of much. So then Nicole grabs the mic and she gives a little speech, and she said that she's learned not to protect people so much and to worry about herself a little more. They're grown and she wants her and Keisha to keep getting closer without any outside distractions. That's not going to happen. And yes, you need to try protecting your peace. Y'all aren't perfect, and that is okay. I know it's a lot of things that we want to keep close to the belt, and we don't want people to really know what's going on, because I remember when I was a young girl, my mama would always tell us before going into anybody's house, what happens in this house stays in this house. You hear me? Don't y'all go talking about nothing that happens in this house. I even tell my son, I'm like, wait a minute now. Don't go talking about nothing that we talked about. What happens in this house stays in this house. And at a certain point, it's okay to call people to the carpet. I don't think you need to keep trying to portray this perfect image and like nothing is wrong, and it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. So the producer asked Nicole how she would feel if Larry doesn't want to adopt. And she said that she would be devastated. Girl, y'all need to strengthen that marriage before adopting. Having the baby or adopting the baby is not going to fix the marriage. It's not. It's probably going to add even more stress, because he's going to resent you because he was counting on Layton to say no. And then the two of you are going to be arguing because now there's more than one child, and he's going to be like, "See, I knew we shouldn't have did it." And girl, please, right now, if you want your marriage, I think that you should probably fix that. Okay. Because in the scenes past, you said that some years ago, y'all were not in a space in your marriage to adopt a child. And from the outside looking in, right now, it don't seem like y'all in the space either. But maybe that's just me. So Jaquita tells us that she dreams big and she wants a comfortable life full of wealth. Girl, you and me both. But y'all gonna have to figure out what's going on with Chris, because his lack of motivation is stifling your growth. You shouldn't be still working 2 jobs. That's crazy. And you know what? You might need to have Chris speak to someone. Because if I'm not mistaken, you said something about him changing after losing his job. It could be more to it. His lack of motivation could be because of something else. It could be because of an underlying issue. Now, I am no health professional, but men exhibit their sadness in other ways. So his lack of motivation could very well be because of that. So, I mean, he might need to go speak to the lady so y'all can get this ball rolling. Okay? Okay? Because I think Chris is a good guy. I really do. I don't think that he's a bad guy. I just think that something is going on and he needs to get down to the bottom of it. Moving forward. But then Chris gets in a confessional and says he has the same dreams as Jaquita, and it's time for them to grow and move on to other things. Hence why he's leaving the Braden group soon. I mean, sir, if you aren't happy, go on, leave. Go ahead and leave so they can hire the person excited for the position. If you don't want them, then don't talk to them. Go ahead and free yourself. Because in the end, they're going to move somebody else into that position, and then you're going to be wishing that you was back over there. The grass is not always greener on the other side, but in the same breath, if you're not happy, then yes, you need to move on. And in the end, they're all still sister cousins. Cheers to the first season. And that was the end of the season. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to come back for a season 2. I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping, because it was pretty good. Child, if y'all can bring back Love and Marriage Detroit, y'all can bring back Family Empire Houston, okay? And y'all don't let them start mixing and mingling all up into y'all family business and tearing y'all apart. And then you can't even see each other when these cameras go down, okay? I have spoken to y'all about that several times. Do not let it happen. But if you come back for a season 2, we shall see how it all pans out, because these shows start one way and then they go a completely opposite way. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode and about this season. Do you think they should come back for a second season? I was hoping that they would get a reunion, but I don't know if they are. I'm sure they're not, but we don't know. Carlos probably will pull together a reunion. I'm not sure. I didn't see the previews after this episode, so maybe one was previewed, but I'm not sure. Comment, and I'm going to comment back. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.